Let us start with exercise 3.2. The first question is, what is the sum of two odd numbers? In the first example, we have taken 3 and 5 are the odd numbers, so the sum is 8. And in the second example, we have taken 7 and 11 are the odd numbers and the sum is 18. Here in both the examples, the sum is coming out to be an even number. That is, 8 and 18 both are even numbers. So sum of two odd numbers is always an even number. In the second part, we have to check whether what is the sum of two even numbers. 2 and 4 and 8 and 10 are two even numbers. We have taken them in a pair. And after adding, if we see, the result is 6 in the first case and 18 in the second case. So we observe that sum of two even numbers is always an even number. You can take many more examples of this kind to follow the property. Let us start with question number 2. The sum of three odd numbers is even. The statement is false. Let us take two examples. 3, 5 and 7 are three odd numbers and the sum is 15, which is an odd number. Second example, 11, 13 and 19 are odd numbers and the sum is 43 and the answer is again an odd number. So we see the sum of three odd numbers is always odd. In this B part, the sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. It is true because 3 and 5 are two odd numbers and 6 is an even number, and if we add 3, the answer is 14. Similarly, in the second example also, the sum is coming out to be an even number. So the statement is true that sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. The third part is, the product of three odd numbers is odd. The statement is true. Let us take some examples. 3, 5 and 7 are odd numbers and we are going to multiply them. The answer is 105. Similarly, 9, 11 and 13 are odd numbers. The answer is 1287. So here in both the cases, the product is coming out to be odd number. D part. If an even number is divided by 2, let us take 14 as even number and we divide it by 2. The quotient is always odd. If we divide 14 by 2, the quotient is 7. It is an odd number. But if we take 28 and divide it by 2, the quotient is coming out to be 14, which is an even number. So quotient is sometimes odd and sometimes even. And here we see in both the cases the remainder is 0. E part. All prime numbers are odd. It is a false statement because if we check, the first prime number is 2, but it is an even number. So we cannot say that all prime numbers are odd. 2 is the prime number, but it is an even number. F part is, prime numbers do not have any factors. The statement is false. Example, 3 is a prime number. It is having the factors 1 and 3. 11 is a prime number. It is having the factors 1 and 11. So if you see all the prime numbers except these two examples taken, they have two factors, 1 and the number itself. So the statement is false. G part, sum of two prime numbers is always even. False. If we take 3 plus 5, the answer is 8, which is an even number. But if we take 2 plus 3, the answer is 5. The answer is an odd number. So if prime number 2 is added to any other prime number, then sum is odd. So the statement here is false statement. H part is, 2 is the only even prime number. It is true because all other prime numbers like 3, 5, 7, 11 are odd. I part. All even numbers are composite numbers. It is false. 2 is an even number, but it is a prime number because it is having the factors 1 and 2 only. J part, the last part, product of two even numbers is always even. It is a true statement because if we multiply 2 into 4 is 8, 6 into 10, 60, 18 into 6, 108. All these are even numbers and their product is also an even number. So the statement is true statement. Express the following as a sum of two odd primes. A part is 44. Now 44 can be written as 41 plus 3, where 41 and 3 both are odd primes. The other way around, it can be written as 31 plus 13, and here 31 and 13 both are odd prime numbers. You can choose the combination of numbers using sieve methods we have done, and here is a sheet where you can see all the prime numbers over here written like 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on up to 100. And there are many more till 120 also, it has been shown in the clip. Now the other parts of the question can be done in a similar way using these sieves method, and we can have the combination of different numbers. Like B part, 36 can be written as 5 plus 31 or 17 plus 19. 24 can be written as 11 plus 13, 17 plus 7, 19 plus 5. And 18 can be written as 11 plus 7, 13 plus 5. You can see we can have other possible answers also if you have other combinations, and you can check your answer. Let us start with question number 7. Give 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. The first one we have chosen is 5, 3. If we subtract them, the difference is coming out to be 2. Second pair is 7 and 5, and the third pair is 13 and 11. If we subtract all these pairs from one another, the answer is coming out to be 2. Please note that if we have 2 consecutive prime numbers whose difference is coming out to be 2, then they are called twin primes. Therefore, 3, 5, 5, 7, 13, 11 are called twin primes. Now you can yourself find such more pairs whose difference is coming out to be 2. Question number 10. Express each of the following as a sum of 3 odd primes. A part. 21 can be written as 3 plus 5 plus 13. 31 can be written as 3 plus 5 plus 23. C part. 53 can be written as 13 plus 17 plus 23. And D part, 61 can be written as 7 plus 13 plus 41. In this way, you can also express these numbers in any other form using only 3 odd prime numbers.